The next endgame is against Rukadi Knight from the World Cup in Khantiman Zisk, and Knight with black is also to move here. What has the highest priority for black? Probably improve the worst place piece. So knight f4 as given by knight is more logical than his continuation a6. And now a6 or bishop b7, and well, this should be okay for black. Black has activity himself and no really bad pieces, so yeah, this was one way to play. a6 probably can also still be played, but is already a step in the wrong direction. How did Magnus answer? g3, very strong. Now the knight is a bit sidelined, while the a3 pawn is a bit poisoned. Okay, knight executed his idea, but again, probably knight f6 is stronger to bring the knight back to the defense. So this is another mistake. a6 wasn't really a mistake to prepare a mistake. This happens quite often in human chess, by the way. And the first mistake often is not fatal, but the second then is. And here after king e2 it's already now very, very difficult. Still, knight f6 would be the best defense, because after bishop b7, rook c1, it's very unpleasant despite the extra pawn, as Magnus has this magnificent blockading setup. His knight threatens to come everywhere, all over black, and black's knight is still sidelined. So this was the last moment, but here already I do not believe in black for real. The knight should have been activated earlier. Here white already has strong pressure. But nevertheless it would be the lesser evil compared to rook d8, because now Magnus wins back his pawn and has beautiful coordination and harmony in his attack. Yeah, taking on f7 wins as well, but Magnus keeps everything under full control in his typical style. And now, what is the Magnus Carlsen move? Knight takes c5 wins as well, but f3 is Magnus' move to dominate both black's minor pieces with one move, with one wall of granite, while the c5 pawn is very weak anyway and cannot really run away. Magnus brings his forces to bear against it, and here comes again another very nice typical Magnus Carlsen move. He improves coordination and harmony of his own forces and threatens to send his knight via c4 into black's camp. Knight stops it, but Magnus trades down to a von Carlsen endgame. And bishop e2, and finally the weakness on c5. Falls and black loses, so knight takes very radical measures, but they don't work, as this rook endgame is not drawn due to rook b1. This has to calculate it very precisely, as black's rook will be back in time, but now important is that white's kingside majority is quick enough to mobilize itself, and so white is winning. As Carlsen has calculated correctly. Yeah. If black doesn't go to the pawn endgame, it's lost similar. So, and now g5 and taking back, and knight resigned, as white wins by f6, taking and breaks through of the majority, and white wins. Another very instructive performance. Magnus Carlsen first sidelines black's knight with g3, and then improves all his pieces in the right way in full attacking harmony, And another typical Magnus Carlsen move, which is remarkable but not... knight takes c5 wins as well, but f3 sends a deeper message to the opponent that the minor pieces are restricted now, and white will regroup and visiting black sooner rather than later.